G. I gotta keep in mind that relatives of mine is trying to build like me. Sit down with G Connect, gotta think. Every moment got you tapping the mental and looking out for the key. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I gotta keep in mind that relatives of mine is trying to build like me. Sit down with G Connect, gotta think. Every moment got you tapping the mental and looking out for the key. Whoa.
What's happening, y'all? This is CJ Mac coming to you live on G Connect with different generations, have real conversations.
Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Raz Kaz. You now tuned in to G Connect with different generations, have real conversations. Speak on it.
Yo, this your OG partner, Cocaine, and you're tapped in to G Connect.
You're now tuned in with G Connect.
Check this out. GLA $$ each side. That's right. Glasses Malone. And you already know you tapping in. G Connect, nigga.
All right, Easter Deals, your favorite East Side nigga, East Side K-Boy on G Connect with different generations have real conversations. You did?
I'm from the land, homeboy. I ain't ducking no wreck. I'm taking all fades. I'm from East Side, East Coast, 109th Street, Crip, original. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, nigga, whatever we got to talk about, we going to sit that shit on your table like a teacup. And we going to get through that shit so people can understand. That's the only way for people to understand. Not for people to tap that. Oh, I want you to ask that. Oh, man, I don't want to. Oh, man, that's the fuck all that. We going to get into it. Whatever you feel. You feel me? Whatever you feel you want to address or things that people need to hear or something that you might want to know that people or think that people want to know from me or whatever, whether it's in general or whether it's from me, about me, whatever. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Run that shit.
Okay.
Right.
Copy that.
You know where we come from, gangster. Ain't no ducking. We don't duck nothing. Even if we roll or right, we can't duck it. Yeah, not no grown man.
What you say?
I'm running through this shit. What is going to be? Hey, what is going to be? I'm right here with it.
Out of all the projects you've worked on, which one are you most proud of to date?
Jeezy shit, probably. Because Jeezy was a situation where I was purposely looking for an artist from the South at that time. BMF had launched the record label in Atlanta. I didn't even launch it in LA. I launched it in Atlanta. But I still was LA'd out. And at that time, they wasn't on gangbanging like how they is now. They were looking at me like I was strange. Like, this nigga got on these Easy-E pants and shit. Like, they was that niggas that bang, like Bone and certain niggas that bang that was out there. 6-0s and shit was out there and shit back then, but it wasn't that culture like it is now. They still was on, you get crunk. The Jimmy Soda money gonna get crunk. All that Lil Jon and all that had the wave. It wasn't like 21 Savage, there was a bunch of Bloods and all these different Bloods and Crip Clicks and all these record labels. It wasn't that when I got there. It was just, T.I. finna get his deal. Lil Jon had stomped across the stage for a few years, so he was getting ready to stop. You had Ludacris went platinum and shit, so he was leaving the city and going out the country. And that's when we came in that motherfucker around that time right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that with us being there at that time and me coming so fresh from the West Coast, they couldn't understand like the lingo. They couldn't get with my music. S-Dog was making the beats. Niggas sounding like fucking Exhibit's last song. And these niggas is on bass music. So we had to adjust, number one. And then once we was adjusting, I'm like, all right, hold on. I got to go get some niggas from out here to rap this BMF shit that we doing, but with this South lingo. And that's going to be the artist. It was a thing before it was even a person. Mm-hmm. So the first person I thought it was going to be Baby D. It was a kid called Baby D. He had a song called East Side, West Side. It was a big record out there at a certain time, but it had died down for about a year or two by the time I met him. But he was real cool, became my homeboy. I thought he was going to be the person I did it with. We was doing records together, but they still wasn't latching on to the records. Yeah, even with me and Baby D. But I would listen to his Southern Bread mixtape all the time, trying to listen to what artist is around. It's like a local mixtape. Listening, remember, I am the president of this company at the time. I'm the one that runs the company. I'm not from an artist standpoint. I'm speaking from the nigga that's running this whole fucking record label from every fucking thing A to Z. If you go ask Big Meech, hey man, what's up with the record label? I'm trying to get signed. Hey, my bro, you got to go holler at Blue about that shit, my nigga. Holler at me if you want. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Nigga, I don't know nothing about that shit, nigga. This is what I know about. He stand firm on that, nigga. The whole time we did this. So Meech was never a person that did the deals, did the music, understood the contracts, knew who was the producer, how to produce, ran Pro Tools, got hired the nigga shooting the videos, know what the camera lenses is, know when the nigga say action, you supposed to start talking. He ain't know none of that shit. He a real street nigga, 100% nigga. I had been into this shit and had already filmed motion picture movies with DJ Pooh. I had already been around the world with Razzcast and been a part of the Priority Records record deal 3 years prior. I had been experienced in this, getting per diem and getting paid from the record label and all of this different shit, and watching Dr. Dre work with the artists and watching Snoop Dogg and being elbow to elbow with these people. I had an understanding of the industry, and that's why DJ Pooh put me with Meech them. And that's what people don't understand about me. So in Atlanta, I had to find that person. And I was listening to Southern Bread. Jeezy had a song called it was a Dave Hollister or whatever his nigga name is remix. The CD reminds me all the times I used to fall in love. I would do it again, but I can't. That shit. See, everything is different now. Time for me to settle down. Remember that song?
Yeah.
You remind you probably in the pen or something. It was an R&B song from when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But it was like a little hit. You feel me? I used to be in a Beretta looking for an enemy with that shit on. You hear me? Right. So, boom. It was a remake of the song that I used to like. And then one night, nigga, we was in Magic City in a parking lot. And Twin H2s waiting for the bitches to come out, finish tipping out. Excuse my English, young lady. Waiting for the young ladies to come out so we can take them to the crib and have fun and stuff. And Lil Young Jeezy was in the parking lot, broke down with a broke down Chevy. At the time, his car broke down when time to pull out. All the people had left, and he's still out there. And Baby D was in my front seat. He like, hey, bro, there go bro, whose song you be listening to right there? That seeing you remind me of that song. That's the dog right there, Lil J. He changed the name to Jeezy or some shit. But the name was Lil J at first. I'm like, for real, I'm like, oh, shit, you know the nigga like that? Like, I don't know the nigga like that, but I know that's that nigga who doing that song. Like, you know, I'm a rapper, nigga. I know everybody out here trying to rap, nigga.
Right.
That shit, let's go holler at him. So I went over there, bro, you straight? Oh man, this motherfucker won't start, nigga. Nigga, we BMF, nigga, already. We balling already, standing on the stage, tipping the strippers. We that BMF right at this point. Nigga, you want me to call the tow truck or something, nigga? Get out this parking lot, nigga. Shit get crazy out here, nigga, this time. Hell yeah, you got a tow truck, people? Then call Fat Bed. I'm gonna call and get this shit rigged up. He like, where y'all finna go? We finna go to the crib, do a song. We wanna go, boom, he come with me. Do the first song we ever did, Richard Rock Ice. This is where Jeezy come from, okay? As far as it pertains to me. Right. In my life, all right, not where he comes from as a man or a person or an artist or nothing, just in my life. It's where he comes from, how I know him. From my Magic City parking lot is where I met him. Right. Okay. Took him to my house, nigga. I want to know what my house was. I can't tell you what his looked like, but mine at the time, nigga, I had a paintball field in my backyard with an Olympic-sized swimming pool and a tennis courts. And where was the jacuzzi? On the inside of the house. That's how I was living when I met Jeezy. And then the studio and shit was upstairs or whatever. So now, speed up a little bit to where when I met, all right, so now mind you, BMF as Black Mafia family, the gang of niggas that's around doing whatever, and they not musicians and don't do no entertainment shit and don't want to be known as niggas because we street niggas, we gangsters, nigga, we the mob, nigga, we ain't no rappers, nigga. That's Blue them with that shit. That's the other niggas, right? All them niggas. So they would treat all the people that I brought around at that time like that. Like, oh, nigga, these rappers, nigga, I don't know them rapping. Hey, y'all know Blue over there, bro. Y'all, yeah, Blue over there type shit, right? But see, niggas didn't understand the friendship me and Meech had and the authority he was allowing me in the situation with running that. And I believe, my personal opinion, quote unquote, my influence over him. This is a man that we saw grow a widow's peak out and grow braids. Like a gangster. My cousin come around, that nigga, oh nigga, then you couldn't light the weed with the red lighter and couldn't drink out the red cup. You know, he crippin'. He ain't from nowhere at the time, but we crippin', so he crippin'. And it was a crip thing going on for a minute. T didn't like that shit. Remember the TV show, they came together. They supposed to be the two Detroit brothers that conquered. We get to LA now, nigga, you got this little young crip nigga all in the house smoking the weed, driving the cars. Talking about this record label shit. I don't want to do that record label shit, bro. You fuck with them niggas too hard. Them niggas gonna be the niggas that tell on us. Yeah, T, remember you said that on Hacienda? Yeah. Cali niggas, these niggas gonna be the niggas that tell on us. You fucking with these niggas. That's what he told them. You understand what I'm saying? But it's cool. What end up happening? Meech recognized real. And we clicked and latched like brothers. T didn't like that shit. He didn't like it. They separated. They was no longer them two people that you see on the TV show. So I don't give a fuck what they show you on there. That's the truth. I lived it. I'm still living it today. Ask them, do they talk? Don't see no messages with T and me talking back and forth through people and all that shit. Niggas don't fuck with each other for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, dog got braids. We gangbang and take the show to Atlanta. T and them stay in LA. That's why when you go look up all them pictures with BMF in the club and all that shit from back then, you don't see his brother and all them niggas that was with his brother up there with us. You might see a photograph or a time where we was together before at the beginning, but once it split and we went crazy and turned that shit all the way up, they weren't with us. They ain't in none of that shit. You see me with Bun B and Snoop and all these niggas with all these videos with Fabulous and the videos, the music videos I got up with all these people and shit. Them niggas, none of them T and none of them niggas was there. And none of that shit. Because they weren't fucking with us. And matter of fact, they said after Wolf died in Atlanta, they said we was too hot. And we was doing too much. And they motherfucking changed their name to 263. It's right here on my tattoo on my arm. I had it on my arm before they start claiming it. That's for sure. I don't know who made it up, but whoever made it up, I had it here, and then they named their gang 263, and then they denounced BMF, like how these niggas just denounced YSL. That's the same thing they did. It said they didn't do it on TV. They said these niggas is too hot, they doing too much, we not BMF. They didn't become BMF again until niggas went to prison and came home and it was a TV show. Then they pop up BMF again. You know what I'm saying? Shit be flawed. All the way through that shit, it be flawed. I just sit back and laugh and watch everybody talk.
This episode of G Connect is brought to you by my folks over at Trust Me Vodka, Ultra Premium Vodka. Trust me, it go, homie. Holla at your boy.
So check out the sponsor, Trust Me Vodka, at trustmevodka.com and Trust Me Vodka on Instagram.
G Connect, with different generations, have real conversations. Trust me.
Trust me.
It ain't nothing but a G thing. It ain't nothing but a G thing. Different conversations with different generations. Well, you gotta keep it G, man. It ain't nothing but a G thing. It ain't nothing but a G thing. Different conversations with different generations. You gotta keep it G, man.